Welcome to the Forum. I'm Sheila Evans. We're glad you're here and have a wonderful show in store for you today. Our program highlights interesting and important achievements, programs, and events within our school system and community. On today's show, we'll talk with Hollis Briggs about the upcoming Martin Luther King Jr. Day Parade. The parade is January 20th in downtown Wilmington. Then we'll chat with Brianna Hebert about the Beethoven 5K Run. She'll also talk about the kids programs offered at the Wilmington Symphony. And finally, we'll sit down with Sandy Evans from the North Carolina Jazz Festival. It's another great edition of the Forum, and we'll get started right after this short break.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Joining me today is Hollis Briggs, and he is the MLK Parade Director. So Hollis, tell us what we need to know about the parade this year.
Dress in layers.
There you go.
Well, you know, that's the first thing that most people want to know is, are you going to do the parade? I don't think Dr. King ever took a day off, so I don't think I'm allowed to. So, I mean, and I tell people that have children, small children, dress your children in layers.
Sure.
You can. It's a winter parade, and we cannot dictate or predict what the weather is going to be. Now, mind you, my phone is on the 15-day forecast right now, and every day I count down and I check the weather, what it's going to be 15 days from now, just to try to get a grasp on what I can expect. Because if they're cold, I'm cold as well.
True, true.
But hey, sometimes we get a good break and the temperature gets up to about 47, 48, or maybe 50, and we have a wonderful time downtown.
Right. What else do we need to know?
The parade route is primarily the same.
Okay.
A couple new additions.
Okay.
Because of what the city of Wilmington did. They renamed a portion of 3rd Street after Joseph McNeil.
Okay.
So we'll be starting the ML King Parade at Joseph McNeil Way.
Okay.
And we'll be going across the Meadowlark Lemon Bridge.
Oh, wow.
So that's going to be great. That's going to be
cool.
a double whammy. Meadowlark Lemon and JoJo McNeil really gave themselves for the city of Wilmington, and we are very proud to be able to march for the first time on those two streets.
Okay. Entries, are the numbers up? Are they about the same?
They're about the same.
Okay.
It ends up being about 120 units, 125. It has gone up to 140, 145.
Oh, wow.
But it's going to be about 120. That's what it's going to be. It has been as low as 75.
Okay. What time does it start?
Well, the parade starts at 11 o'clock because
Okay.
that's what time the city tells us we have to start it.
Okay.
But the lineup time is, we start the lineup at probably about 7:30. It's even cooler at that time.
Yes, it is.
but what we try to do is we try to get a food truck over there in that area that sells hot chocolate and coffee and sweets.
Smart
Yeah.
man.
And also we do a continental breakfast for the VIPs.
Nice.
And that's Danish and coffee. And Port City Java provides us coffee. Krispy Kreme provides us donuts. So we just use those in-kind services to help people kind of get awake and get moving.
Gotcha. Do you need volunteers for the parade?
Of course I do.
What would they be doing?
They would be marshals at intersections.
Okay.
To make sure that nothing happens at the intersections. And we have to have them along with the police. They'll have on a vest, of course, marking that they are volunteers for the organization. But that's what we would have them do. A lot of people want to come up to where the staging area is, but that's for the seasoned volunteers. People that have worked with me year after year that know exactly what we expect and how to get that parade started in a timely manner. But we always need volunteers. They can always go to the website or the Facebook page, any kind of way they'd like to, and contact us. And we'll give that information before we leave today.
Okay, so you have a website where somebody could go to sign up.
Yes.
Would you say that high school students would be eligible to be volunteers?
Yes,
okay.
I would.
Okay.
Also, we're having a career fair and business expo at Williston.
Okay.
On Monday the 13th of January.
Nice.
And we would love to have students there as well to help us set up and break down the business fair.
Oh.
What that will do is, excuse me, it will show those children, those kids, what a business fair is all about.
Fair enough. They'll see it firsthand, right?
Yeah, and I think that'd be great.
So how many years for the parade? How long has it been?
For me and my part, 18 years.
Oh, wow.
I think I got back to Wilmington in 2099, so it's been going right at 20 years.
So you were here when we had the inaugural one?
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Yes, I was.
Cool.
My job was putting the barricades together. So I went from putting the barricades together to being the CEO of the entire organization.
There you go. What's the hardest part of your job?
Worrying too much.
Okay, okay.
Worrying whether something's going to go right, or if they're going to put the porta-johns in the right place, and where we're going to put the horses, and we can't park that many cars on this street or that street. So the devil's in the details.
Gotcha.
And it really comes down to quite a few things. I can't say any one particular thing. There are a lot of things that happen. There are a million moving parts to the MLK Parade and the celebration itself. So, like I said, before I leave, we'll go over the details. We'll tell everybody how they can get to all the information that's needed, so everybody can join in the celebration. We start on January the 13th.
Okay.
And we have events every night from Monday the 13th to Monday the 20th.
Oh, nice.
And people say, oh, that's a lot. But we try to reach different demographics.
Nice.
There's a press conference, there's a business expo, a gospel concert, a play, Potluck for Peace by the YWCA, a banquet, a fun day for kids, and an ecumenical service.
Now, where does most of this take place?
Quite a bit of it takes place in Midtown or in the inner city.
Okay.
At Williston Middle School and at the M.L. King Center.
Nice.
That's where a lot of it takes place at.
Because the Potluck for Peace started at the Y but outgrew the Y.
Right, real quickly.
Yeah, I remember that.
Real quickly.
Very good.
Yeah.
Well, we have about 30 seconds left. Do you want to get to the details?
Well, yeah, the website is the MLK Celebration -SENC
Southeastern North Carolina.
10.com.
Okay.
10.com. The email address is bmlkparade@aol.com.
Okay.
And the Facebook page is Dr. Martin Luther King Holiday Celebration.
Nice.
If you get anywhere close to that, it'll come up.
Very good.
It'll come up. And
great.
we would, like I said, we love have volunteers. If there's anybody that has a food truck that like to be a vendor, we're looking for those people as well. You can also call 763-4138 for any additional message.
Okay.
And that's how we'll push it.
You got it all covered, Hollis. Good job.
Well, I've been doing it for a while. I think I should have it down by now.
There you go. Well, here's hoping to 50 degrees that day.
Thank you, and no rain.
There you go. We'll be back in just a few minutes. Good deal.
There's a lot of fear in coming back to school. I wasn't sure if I could do it. I'm a 40-year-old man that walked in there to get his high school diploma. It was very hard for me, but the teachers, the counselors, they help you. One of the teachers was Miss Araceli. Miss Araceli, she gave me direction. Every single time I had a question, she'll put down whatever she's doing and she'll come over and she'll sit there with you until you get it.
Thank you, Ms. Araceli. I know you make a difference in people's lives because of the person and teacher you are. I wanted to be here because I wanted to thank you for helping me get a beautiful gift.
50% of getting your high school diploma is walking through those doors. The other 50% is doing the work. Getting your high school diploma, it is a life-changing experience. It really is.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
My guest is Brianna A. Bear. She's the Development Director for the Wilmington Symphony Orchestra. And she's here today to talk about the Beethoven 15K, 5K run.
And a 1 mile doggy dash.
Oh, cool. So you don't have to be
A runner.
the big runner. Tell us, first of all, what does the race support?
The race supports the Wilmington Symphony Orchestra and its education programs. We have 6 programs. There's the youth orchestra for 9th through 12th graders, the junior strings for 4th grade through 8th grade, and then we also have a free family concert, a concerto competition, and we do give students tickets to our concerts at the Wilson Center.
Oh.
And our last program for the education is Artist in Residence. Our guest artists will go to local schools and give masterwork classes and a performance for students.
Very nice. Tell us a little bit about the course.
So the course, it's at Brunswick Forest,
Okay.
and the start and finish line is at the fitness center. And it's, I don't know if you've been to Brunswick Forest,
I
but
have.
it's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going over paved walkways, there's bridges, and it's a really quick and fast race.
Very good. How many runners do you typically have?
We typically have about 350 runners
Nice.
of all levels. So you don't have to be a fast runner. You can walk the 5K if you wanted to. We also have that 1 mile doggy dash. So last year we had someone run his dog, and then others walked their dogs.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Now, there's also a 15K.
There is.
And that's not typical, correct?
No, it's not. Usually, you have the 26 miles and 15K. It's a good start for the new year. You're in January, so if you're leading up to the Battleship Marathon, this is a great start for your new year.
Okay. Do you have an award ceremony at the end, or?
We do. We offer bagels and fruit for after the race, and you go into the fitness center and we give trophies, and every runner gets a medal for finishing, and the winners of the age groups get a coffee mug, and all participants get a long sleeve t-shirt as well.
They're going to need that in January, huh?
Yes.
How do people register for the race?
You can go to our website, wilmingtonsymphony.org. The 15K is $50, the 5K is $35, and the doggy dash is $30.
Okay. Why do you think it's important for people to support the youth programs for the symphony?
Music education is very important in a child's life. It's an outlet, and this is an opportunity for students at a young age to experience stringed instruments. I know your daughter played bassoon, and to see these instruments, have an experience with them is very important. And from there, they can join the Wilmington Symphony Orchestra when they're older. So we are a local orchestra. Our musicians are from Wilmington and around the Cape Fear region. So our education programs, it's a beginning step for our community.
Do you find that some kids start in 4th grade and go all the way through to senior year?
They do, yes. And we actually have a few members in the orchestra who were a part of the junior strings, the youth orchestra, and now they perform at the Wilson Center with us.
That's cool. Do you still do a concert where the student bassoon player plays next to the adult in the symphony?
We are planning to do that in the next few years, a side-by-side concert with our
Gotcha.
orchestra.
Gotcha. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
What else do you think the folks should know about the symphony?
We have a concert coming up on February 8th. It's our concerto winners will be performing. So we have a UNCW division winner and a high school division winner that will be performing at the February 8th concert at the Wilson Center.
So these kids have actually participated in a competition to earn that spot?
Yes, they have. And there's 3 divisions, junior, high school, and UNCW division. And it's about 20 students that come and compete, and there's 3 winners. And the junior division winner will perform at the Free Family Concert in May.
Very nice.
It's a great experience for them.
Do you find the families of some of the youth members coming out for this race?
Yes, they do. We actually have some parents volunteering to help coordinate the race, and some of the students from the youth orchestra too.
Nice.
So there are volunteer opportunities.
Do you have, I was going to say, do you have volunteer opportunities maybe for our high school students who need Beta Club hours or National Honor Society hours?
Yes, this race, we do have water stops, so people who hand out waters to the runners. If you want to hand out medals after the race, you can do that.
Oh.
And food as well.
Gotcha. How many years have you been doing the race?
We've been doing it for 7 years.
Does it continue to grow each year?
It does, yeah. We started out, I think, with 200 runners, and now we're at 350.
Oh, wow, almost double. And do you really find that people who are doing the battleship use this as they're kind of moving from the 5K? You know,
Yeah,
up?
it's a great start for them for the year.
Nice, nice. Well, and January is a good time to do the run.
It is, yes.
Are folks loving the Brunswick Forest course?
They do. It's an easy course, and it's fast, and it looks nice too. While you're running, you can enjoy the scenery and the nature park.
Because it seems like an awful lot of races are downtown, you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's out in Leland, so it's great.
All right, well, Brianna, thank you for coming and filling us in. Hopefully, how do people register? You said the website, right?
The website, wilmingtonsymphony.org.
Okay. January
12th, it's Sunday morning at 9 a.m.
Very good. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
We'll be back in a few minutes, right after these messages.
Roll over. Chance high five. All right.
When you adopt a shelter pet, you discover all the things that make them unique.
And your mother and...
I am totally a hat person. Right, guys? Thanks for being honest. They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love. Adopt pure love at theshelterpetproject.org.
My guest is Sandy Evans, and she's with the North Carolina Jazz Festival. Sandy, give us all the details for the Jazz Festival. What do we need to know?
Well, you need to know you should come.
There you go. I like it.
It's January 23rd through the 25th.
Okay.
The 23rd, Thursday night, is our night having all different styles of jazz. And we usually start with a local group.
Oh,
and
nice.
this year it's the John Hill Trio.
Okay.
And he is the drums educator at UNCW.
Nice.
And he has 2 of his students with him. So, and they are very good. They play around town, so you would be familiar with them if you went to some of the clubs here in town. But then the second and the main one is Veronica Swift with this Emmett Cohen Trio, and they are internationally known. They are fantastic. Young people in their 20s and just going crazy in the jazz world right now. They're fantastic. And then we close with some of our musicians from Friday and Saturday night doing a jam of traditional jazz music.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
It is. It is.
Tell us a little bit more about Veronica Swift.
Oh my. Well, her parents had been here before.
Oh.
Her mother was, or is, Stephanie Nicasian, and her father, Hod O'Brien, was here 4 years ago for his first outing on his 80th birthday tour.
Nice.
He was a jazz pianist. Unfortunately, it was also his last stop.
Wow.
So, but Veronica has had the good luck of having all kinds of entrees into the jazz world. And so she has just skyrocketed. She is a marvelous singer, and she has the Emmett Cohen Trio, who are also top-notch, and as I say, all in their mid-20s.
Wow, that's promising.
It is, yeah.
So do you tend to get people just from locally, or?
No.
Okay.
Oh no, our people come from all around the world.
Okay.
And I say that loosely because, well, we have had people come from Japan as far as attendees in Germany. This year we have people coming from Australia. I had a phone call from a lady in Sydney, and she said, "What night is Veronica Swift going to be singing?" I saw her in Sydney. She's fantastic. I've already made my flight arrangements. I'll be there. So
Nice.
that is really cool.
That is cool.
But they do come from all across the country in Canada,
Okay.
and for the whole weekend. So it's really a special weekend. In fact, the mayor has proclaimed this weekend as North Carolina Jazz Weekend, this weekend being January 23rd through 25th.
Very good.
Yeah.
Now tell us about the educational part.
Okay, we have 8 musicians that are going to be giving master classes, and they will be at the Hilton, the Hotel Ballast, and from 4 to 6. So it's a 2-hour free class.
Wow.
Never more than 20 in a class, and these again are top-notch musicians. And so, besides that, we take them to 3 different schools. We'll take, I think, 7 of them to Roland Grice,
Okay.
and 7 or 8 to Snipes,
Okay.
and then 3 to Glow.
Oh, okay.
So we hit elementary,
Middle.
junior high or
Yep,
middle,
yep.
and
And high school.
high school.
Very good. Perfect.
Yeah.
And how do students get involved in this?
Well, as far as the master classes go, they can go online and on our website, www.ncjazzfestival.org.
That's easy.
Yep. And there is a place for registration for the jazz education program. And Laura Crane is in charge of that, and her name is on it, and it goes directly to her.
Okay. Do the students need a recommendation from their current music teacher or anything like that? No?
No, and in fact, some of them are homeschooled,
Oh, good
and
point.
so they're not affiliated with a local school. We've had some come from, I think it was Columbia County one year. They brought a busload.
Wow.
So it was their band director
Sure.
was really excited about it. So that's, they come from all over, and it's just great. And we offer any child that comes and takes part in that a free ticket for that night, which is really great because it gets them a chance to see their instrument working with the other instruments to put together what we call a conversation, and that's what jazz is.
Gotcha. And to see the mentors that they just had class with
Yes.
doing it up.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. Now, as far as tickets, how much are tickets?
For Thursday night, which is a 3-hour
Okay.
thing, it's $40. And for Friday and Saturday nights, which goes from 7:30 until midnight,
Oh,
yeah, that's $60 each.
okay.
And then if you wanted to be a patron, which you can be a 2-night patron with plus the patron brunch, which is Saturday morning, and that all the musicians are there. And if the patron is a musician, they have the opportunity to play with some of our musicians, which is cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Really cool.
Yeah.
And that 2-night plus the brunch is $200.
Gotcha.
And if you want all 3 nights plus the brunch, it's $225.
Gotcha. So the students have their clinics on Thursday the 23rd.
No,
and- oh,
their clinics are Friday,
Oh,
the
okay.
24th, and the same with the schools.
gotcha.
It's Friday is our education day.
Okay. And do they come out during the school day, I assume? On Friday?
Do they come out?
During the school day?
No.
The master classes?
No, the master class is from 4 to 6, so this is after school.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Very
And those that want to stay, We have
Gotcha.
snacks there that they can have if they want to stay and don't go someplace to eat.
And then you give them the ticket for the
We
show
give
that
them the
night if they're
ticket
able
that
to.
night,
Very
free,
good.
yeah.
So the schools will see them Friday morning, the master classes are in the afternoon, and if they're able to, they can stay.
Yeah.
Awesome, very nice. Well, Sandy, thanks for sharing that information.
No, you're entirely welcome.
I
Thank
hope it's
you
a
for
great
allowing us.
weekend. It sounds awesome. And I'll be back in a few minutes, right after these messages. Good deal.
Women Heart is in a race to save lives. Heart disease is the #1 killer of women. It's 80% preventable if you know the facts. Millions of women are living with or at risk of heart disease. Get educated. See your doctor. Know the facts. To win this race, we all have to do it together. Our hearts beat as one. To learn more, visit womenheart.org.
We hope you've enjoyed our program today. To learn more about the Beethoven 5K race, please visit wilmingtonsymphony.org. You can catch the event January 12th in Brunswick Forest. And for additional information about the North Carolina Jazz Festival, please visit ncjazzfestival.org. You can catch this year's MLK Parade in downtown Wilmington Monday, January 20th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Now, if you ever have any questions about the topics discussed here on our show today, please call the school system's public relations office at 254-4106 or check out the school system's website at www.nhcs.net. I'm Sheila Evans, and thanks for joining me today.